Hello, I'm Monita Rajpal in London. This is World Report. A week-long visit to Asia is now underway for U.S. President Barack Obama. He is holding talks with Prime Minister Yukio Hatoyama after arriving in Tokyo just hours ago. Their two nations have been allies for decades, but that partnership is being tested right now. Japan is growing more and more weary of the U.S. military base at Okinawa. It's also rethinking its role in the war in Afghanistan. Well, Mr. Obama has taken at least one stance that is resonating in Japan, his pledge to help create a world without nuclear weapons. They have not been used since the U.S. dropped the first atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Some survivors of those attacks are still alive and share Mr. Obama's hope for a nuclear-free world. Kyung-la has more. President Obama and Prime Minister Hatoyama will hold a news conference in the next 15 minutes. When it brings, of course, begins, CNN will, of course, bring that to you. The U.S. State Department is warning Americans traveling to Germany to take extra precautions because of terrorist threats against German places of interest. Al-Qaeda messages in recent months have mentioned Germany's September elections, but the State Department says Al-Qaeda has continued to threaten Germany. A statement. The biggest economies in Europe are confirming they are on the road to recovery. New figures came out just an hour ago showing the Eurozone as a whole is now out of recession. The countries that use the common currency saw GDP grow by 0.4% in the third quarter. For the whole European Union, including the countries that don't use the euro, growth came to 0.2%. In the U.S., properties with ties to Iran are under the microscope. Federal agents are seizing mosques. The eastern part of the United States is taking a beating from severe weather. Heavy rain from Tropical Storm Ida has left streets flooded in Virginia. The governor has declared a state of emergency. Here there, Mari Ramos is keeping an eye on those floods as well from the World Weather Center. Mari, any reprieve in sight?
Oh, my goodness. Well, you know what? We're starting to see a little bit of that onshore flow start to diminish. Some of the warnings have been canceled, but that is incredible. I cannot believe that.
Mari, thank you very much. Now, the stock market likes the idea of a new heavyweight in the airline industry. British Airways shares are rising higher this session after announced on Thursday at high on the news conference that's scheduled to take place in Tokyo momentarily with President Barack Obama and the Prime Minister of Japan, Yukio Hatoyama. When that happens, as soon as that happens, we'll bring that to you live. For now, we're taking a short break. We'll be right back.